Welcome to HockeyKE. This is for the end of season review. With me, I have Sang, is part of HockeyKE team, also plays for Butali. I also have runners-up of the Premier League women, Gilly Okumu. Welcome to the show. And also I have with me Randy of USIU, also second runners-up of the Premier League women. So guys, let's start with KHU introduced two new leagues, Super League Men, Super League Men, in an aim to introduce a bit of competitiveness in the game, but also to ease up congestion of the fixtures. What do you think of the move? Do you think it was a good thing to have two new leagues? Let's start with Sang.
So, as far as this league is concerned, we want to have that competitive league whereby it's not only Butari or it's not only Premier League men. It's like we have relegation. We have to fight for it, okay? So, see that the people are just there to enjoy, to just play for fun. We need to have that competitive whereby if you lose the Premier League, you go down to the Super League. Ukitoka Super League, you go down to the National League. So at least it gives that the players particularly that motivation to win the league. I think that was a good format. That was a good decision for the KHU.
Gilly, do you think the Premier League women was as competitive as without the teams that were there before?
In my opinion, I think it was a good idea for them because actually, you find out that many teams want to stay in the Premier League. So people will work extra hard to stay in the Premier League. They won't want to go back to the National League. So I think that the Premier League the matches played in the Premier League are only played in Nairobi. So those people playing in the Premier League cannot go out to play. You only like your matches are only in Nairobi, so you don't have that exposure to play elsewhere. That is the only problem with our league. Yeah.
Randy, what do you think about Super League men? Was it more competitive than the Premier League men?
Yes, I do think it was more competitive. We saw teams really working hard, even fighting not to go on relegation. It was amazing. But until that point, I don't think it was a super idea for the ladies team. Mark you that we are very less teams in the countrywide. So we really had few matches over the league. And it also narrowed us from traveling. Traveling is one of the basic things, and I also believe as a hockey player, no one would mind traveling. Yeah, it's yeah, we don't mind traveling, so it acts as a motivation. You know, we're going to Mombasa, that hotel. Yeah, we're going to Kisumu. So if we all were combined and have the ladies in Nakuru, the ladies in Kisumu, the ladies in Nairobi, the ladies in Mombasa, traveling all around, it's we also even get to know each other. You know, like me, I don't know people in the Super League. I'm from Lakers, and I'm like, I've never met you, and you know me maybe from Facebook or any other app, but it's a connection thing, and we need to, for the ladies, since we are a few teams, we need to know each other. We can even have referrals, even national team training. Yeah, you can say, there's this lady because I know her. She's from Lakers. She's from Mombasa Sports Club. You know, not only people in Nairobi. You know.
Yeah. Great. I think it was a good move to have the league split. Yes, there was some competitiveness, especially in the Super League for men. You can Kiangalia the way Chess, Multimedia, and Mvita really fought to go to the Premier League. I think the competition was there. You also look at the other end of the table. Where we had was Reno Masters, my team KU. We had Kabarak really fighting for survival. So I think it was a good thing. I think they achieved in terms of getting the competitiveness there. But I'm afraid, as we saw previously, there'll come a point where the competitiveness will peter out. We saw a situation where years gone by, a team in a win promotions, National League to Premier League, they say, there's no need of us going to the Premier League. So I think there should be introduced some incentives, probably if it's possible. There is cash playing in the Premier League, probably in a few years to come, so that at least isikuwe tu ni story ya kucheza Premier League ukirelegatiwa Super League, isikae ni normal the way it was a few years back. But I think overall it was a good thing.
Okay.
Sang, your team Butali won the Premier League men after a long wait. You signed a couple of players. You were among the players who were signed. You had talisman in George Mutira, who was, I think, the top scorer last season. So, what can you attribute the success of Butali this season? Randy, what do you think happened? Why do you think Police lost to Butali this time?
I think Butali is a very focused team. They never give up. They believe in winning. We see them scoring in the last 2 minutes, 2 goals. That's the thing I've seen. So I like the way they are all channeled to winning and the energy they put and the focus they have even before the match. They sit aside as a team. They work as a team. They go to the changing room. They psych up as a team. And when they play, they show some seriousness in whatever they're doing. And even outside, you can see they really want it. Yeah. And that's red. That's
sorry. Just go on.
And
just go on. Sorry.
Yeah, and that's led to their winning, and also they believe in one another. And one thing they also do, they understand each player's technique or way of play. So you must not keep on shouting on your player. Yeah, I'll put the ball there, and I know this guy will run to that position and pick that ball. Yeah.
Okay. Gilly, do you think that the loss or the demise of the Police coach was a huge factor in them not being able to defend their trophy? Remember that Kaunda was really a good coach for them.
Yeah. Yeah, I think in one way or another, of course, if everyone loses someone that you guys were so used to him, you will actually have that gap missing. So
Okay.
I know someone filled the gap, yes, but it's not the same like the way he used to do with the Police team. But actually, I think it was the interest of who wanted it more. So we can't say that it attributed more, because we've seen Police playing other matches without him, and they've been winning. So I think that match was who wanted it more, and Butali came with that they were fired up because they knew we wanted this and this is what we wanted. So they played from the onset knowing we wanted this and we have to go with this. So I think that was the difference. Yeah.
Okay. Sam, having come into Butali last season, it was your debut season, former USIU player. Did you find the pressure of performance different there from the way USIU was? Was there more pressure to perform, more pressure to get results, especially when the last game was there, you had to win in order to win the league?
Yeah, Saimo, I think wacha niongee kwa lugha ya mtaani nyote unasikia. Okay. Actually,
muhimu.
Tulikuwa na pressure. You see what from the word go, ukiangalia our last match na okay, like our previous match, like let me say put it maybe away match na Police wanatuchapa 3-0 and then before that match tulikuwa tumewapiga kwa tournament huko Mombasa, ila Mombasa that 7-a-side tournament. We won the tournament like okay, we won against. So imagine tumewachapa Police, then league match wanatuchapa 3-0. So we had a pressure. It was a must-win match for us, as we knew that this league we must win it because tulikuwa na good players. I see. I respect Police players also. Not even I respect other players, but for me, I think us guys we were the better side ya kushinda hiyo league in terms of kiangalia players. And like okay, at some point I remember Police walikuwa wamejaza kadi. Some of their key player, their good player walikuwa wamejaza kadi. Even us at same team, their key player walikuwa wamejaza kadi. Even us, our key player was not around. Zach was not around. So for me it was even. So it was whoever let the best team win, you see? Like mwenye anataka tume. Si ati ilikuwa ati Police were the one who like Butali ni bahati, you see? at some point we were leading first half 1-0. Then what happened before the end of the match, second half, 10 minutes before the end of the match, they equalized. Police, they were just comfortable with the draw. Us, we wanted to win that match.
Okay.
And for us, it was a pressure match. It is a must-win match.
Okay. Yeah, I think you performed well as Butali, especially when you lost to Park Road.
Mm-hmm.
You performed well.
Yeah, Park Road.
You really came back and you did well. Unfortunately, it seems we've lost Randy, but I think she will join us. Moving on, we saw Park Road, Nakuru, and KCA being relegated. What makes you think made them have poor performances, especially a big team like Park Road? You expected them either to finish mid-table or top half of the table. Why do you think they really had a poor season last season, considering that they're among the fittest side in the league? Gilly.
I think this league is so interesting. The teams you expect to beat you,
Yep.
and the teams you expect to beat you, you win over them.
Yeah.
So I think their main problem is they underrated other teams, and they could see that they were really playing well on tough matches, but on these other easy matches, they were like they're so on top of their game, but they can't score because they went into the game knowing we are better than this team, yet they didn't face the game as it came. So I think the main problem with the other teams are they don't take each game at a time, you know. They only concentrate on the major games. Like now we are playing Police, we have to Majama, like they always say, Majama to Kaze, you know.
Yeah.
But when we are playing these other teams, but we've not yet played. So I think that was the main problem.
Okay.
Then our forwards, I think in Kenya we have a problem with. So most of the teams, we were not okay. They were not able to finish the moves.
Yeah.
Yeah. So most of the matches were draws. Nil. By the time you realize you're below the table.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's it.
San, why do you think KCA struggled?
KCA.
Yeah.
KCA. Actually, I wanted to talk about Gilly's what he told us. Alikuwa akisema ati most of our forwards. Hey Gilly, karibu nishangae wewe ni mwanaume striker. Okay. Now, ask the question. Now, actually, KCA well struggled because if you see like this league, it was so funny. You get big teams, you are scared. They win against you just easily, and then you get small teams. Then you get small teams. You see, you want to struggle with the small teams. So walikuwa kiangalia like a team like Police or Butali or Wazalendo or Green Shark, those are big teams. So our struggle now wanaacha wapige. So at the end of the day, unaangalia mko in the same table nyinyi wote. So it becomes difficult. You see, now whenever you meet each other like now Park Road or Park Road and KCA, muna struggle kutafuta hiyo point. Rather you can just play. But they usually say all matches are important. That's why there are Police. Now look at Park Road. Park Road hapo dharau Butali na walikapiga Butali. You see, every match is very much important. So I think KCA just a bit of maybe I can't say actually it's fitness. They are good in terms of fitness, but they were just scared. They were even just giving other teams walk through the park. And for that, in this league, if you just give someone a walk through the park, you are done. You need to work for, you need to win that match. Even sharing a point is better off than just leaving other teams to score. Okay, you need to defend that match. Yeah, I think that's all.
Okay. I think last season we saw a couple of teams join the leagues. For example, we had Lakers, the Super League women. We had University of Eldoret. We had Bungoma Farmers. 3 teams that really played well, got promotion. I think they followed in the footsteps of the likes of Chase Sailors, who had a debut season, also got promoted to the Premier League. So why do you think these teams came in, beat other teams that have played in the leagues? Like we look at the National League, University of Eldoret, Bungoma Farmers, second and first respectively. They beat other teams. Why do you think that was the case, Gilly?
You know, when a new team comes, they come with all the psych, you know.
Yeah.
And they are a new team, so you don't know their strategies, you don't know their moves. So they come with a shock. Yeah. You get into the pitch and you're shocked. You're like, okay, where were these players all this time? Because they have good players, and it's good for the hockey union, because other players are coming up, other teams are coming up, which are so helpful, because now there is competition in the league. If they join the Premier League, there'll be more competition. Now teams won't be reluctant, because now they know there is a new team coming into the league, and this team has confidence, and this team has psych. So you know, it's just, even if you bought a new clothes, you'll be walking with that clothes almost for a week before you put it down, and then you're like, now I'm just tired of this clothes. So it's the same, because they come with all the psych, you know.
Yeah.
So I think that's it.
Yeah. Son, we saw Lakers came in. Yeah. So
I wanted to also contribute on Gilly's decision, Gilly's opinion.
Point.
You see, easy my teams. In fact, you know, you hockey near Western. And remember the days of Farmers. Tunawacha talent mingi, like some of the people, okay, like you see some people wanakosa clubs za kujoin huku Nairobi. So what they can do, maybe play local hockey down there. Now, Farmers and this UAE, actually most talent inatokezanga hizo side. So for me, I wasn't even surprised that walipanda, because I was actually, ukiangalia powerhouse Kamusinga Western huko, Msingu Western huko, St Anthony huko. So hao watu wanaenda wapi? Not all of them wanakuja Nairobi. Kuna wengine bado wanabaki hizo University of Eldoret, kuna Kibabii University, hiyo University. So I was not surprised. I was prepared for that. Even me, there are so many talent out there. It's not here in Nairobi. When you nakuja Nairobi, wanatafuta life huko. Now there's life at the village there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ready, welcome back. We lost it there a bit. Ulikuwa umeenda kunywa maji nini?
Watu wanachukua break.
Anachukua break bila kuomba ruhusa.
Thank you. Oh my God. I'm sorry, I had problems with connectivity.
Hi, Randy.
Hi, people.
Yeah, and we are back, guys. So, Randy, the 2017 season, you finished second. Last season, you finished third. What happened? Why the sudden drop? And you were performing so well in the season 2017. You were able to even qualify for the African Club Championship. Then last season, Strathmore came in, reclaimed the second spot. What are your views on that?
Good hockey happened from Strathmore in other teams. Good stuff, Strathmore other teams were very competitive. I believe we tried our best as a team, but there were parts where we didn't work as a team wholly, unlike the previous season. But I believe in my team anyway. But as you saw in the club championship, we really put our best foot forward, and it's just a match. It just happened for us. I can't say we are back, like we're not playing good hockey. It was not just a good day at office on those matches.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jilly, yes?
Yeah.
Yes, you unajua ulienda club championships. Unajua ulikuwa unaenda kudefend. Sasa hao ni defending champions. Defending champions. Alidefend wakajipata mpaka wapi? Angalia, ili baki tu kidogo afike finali. Defending champions. Hao Kabu, well done Kabu. Kabu, well done. Yeah. Lish, well done. Good stuff. Awilo. Very well done. Waje nikupigie makofi.
Sang ameanza kutuma salamu.
Bado masaa ya salamu haijafika.
Nitaambia nini watu jamani?
Anyway,
Okay, so
Gilly,
Yes.
you reclaimed the second position last season, top scorer for the club. You think you performed better than expected, or the performance was as expected, considering that Telkom always win the league? What were your objectives?
I can say our objectives were to win the league.
Yeah, okay.
Because after we came from the club champs for 2016, we came in and we drew with USIU. Then they overlapped us. They became second. So we entered this other league knowing this other season, knowing that we are coming to it to win it. Okay.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, we didn't get there. But we were so close to getting there. As Randy said, it's always it's a competition. There is a team that will win and there's a team that will lose. So we took it positively, and it means we're growing again. It means we'll continue pushing on to be there, meaning we won't think that we haven't reached where we want to reach. Same for the other teams. Teams are coming up. You can find that a team was fifth in the other season, and in this other season they are third. So it means there's high competition between Kenyan teams, but we just have to find a team that will be constant there, because apart from Telkom, we don't have a constant team. We have teams interchanging positions.
Yeah.
So for the competition to be high and stiff, we need to find that other teams, the season champions have to be constant. Like other teams come in so that it shows that there's competition in Kenya instead of one. Yeah, that's what I think. And a league that has high competition. The first position is not made for this. Yeah, but that's it.
Okay.
Simon, just to add on that point.
Yeah.
Also, there's also another contributing factor, maybe even to our loss, because you find that last season, second leg, we even stayed for a month and some weeks before having a match. What happens? People won't train. Like most people are trained because of the matches ahead. But when you don't have matches incoming, people won't train. Remember, most of the players are also working class. So the struggles they go through to make to training at before the darkness, so they just become reluctant. But when we have constant matches, like after this week we have a match next week, people will keep on training and the league is competitive. That's why I'm saying for the ladies we need more teams and in the league to make it more competitive, because that is the reason we had like a long time before having the next match. Even we stayed for even 2 months.
Simon, I need to add something. For the ladies, they need more teams. Sindio?
Yeah.
It is very easy. You cannot depend on a team kama Strathmore, maybe like a team kama Telkom Orange, like USIU. You can have so many teams. What happened to other talents? Kuna walimaliza Strathmore, walienda wapi? Kuna walimaliza USIU, walienda wapi? They are supposed to form like a hockey mama, you see, veterans. Yeah. Telkom Orange, split your team into like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Telkom Orange, how many sign on a like come at 20? Okay, they are like 40, 40. Just split them. You can have Telkom A, Telkom B. Hiyo league itakuwa interesting sana. You see?
Sana.
Butali have many, so tukiwa na watu wengi, tuna split team. We have actually I heard something about old guys. Like Butali, we are so many iskatai, but tuko na makoches, some of our coaches kama Osino, kina Deno, kina Godi, they are forming another team. Even the chairman, they are forming their own team. And that's how Kinafai develop. Now tuko na so many teams around. So it's upon us guys. The moment tuna split hizo team, inatupatia enough time to play. Especially ladies.
As we come to the end of part 1, I'd just like to ask, Telkom dominate year after year, winning the league, winning tournaments, and USIU, Strathmore usually are their closest challengers. We saw that last season they scored 62 goals, conceded 3. Similar to 2017, scored 62 goals, conceded 3 with similar opponents. So what needs to happen in order to break this dominance by Telkom? Is it that they usually get the best players from other teams? Is it their training? Is it their coaching philosophy? What do you think needs to happen, especially Gilly and Reddy, since you two play for their closest challengers? What needs to happen in order to break that dominance?
Can I start?
Yeah,
Okay.
Randy, you may start. Yeah.
One thing about Telkom Orange is that they get best of the players out here. Yeah. So, and the players they get in sync with each other. They all know what is to be done as a team. No one goes there not knowing what's to be done. And then they have so many strategies. Another point is that they have advantage of the pitch. It's their training ground. Yeah. So they even know where there is a pothole. Yeah. They even know where. Yeah. Yeah, it's their main ground. They know that the side where we slide. You know, the way we slide near the sides. Yeah.
Yeah.
They know every spot. They know what is happening in that pitch. So it's their home. Another thing, it's a plus to them because they have really invested in their coaches. We have goalkeepers coaches. We have the other coach for every department. And it's a plus to them because even when they go for training, this coach is with this group, this coach is with this group. Unlike other teams whereby we have only one coach, and the coach should be training the keeper at the same time. The coach should be training defenders, midfielders, and time is up at the end of the day. So we find they have really invested in their time by bringing more coaches and more players in it, and to make it more competitive in between the players. That's why they end up being the best. Yes.
Okay. Yes. Gilly.
I think what I can say is that the only teams that give Telkom competition are mostly the university sides, right? Universities players this season you have these good players. Next season some of them have moved, they've gotten jobs out of Nairobi, some of them have started their families, you know. So you don't have this solid team for a long time. And like Telkom, they have this solid team for almost 4 to 5 years, the same players in and out. So you play the same players this season, next season, the other season, they are the same, but the university sides keep on changing. So I think that's one thing that's really affecting our university sides. And even the clubs, now people have transfers. So you find this person plays for this club this time, the next time this person. There is no player in Telkom who's taken a transfer.
I think it's the motivation behind it.
Now the team Telkom, I'm playing for Telkom, I go for all club championships, I'm given kits, I'm paid, you know, and then they have something to fight for because they're being paid to play, you know. They have to play so that they can win in order to be paid. So it's like their job, you know. So if you treat your job with passion. For us, you have scholarship or you're just there for fun, you know, so you won't get into the game with the same mentality Telkom people have.
True.
But it won't be healthy for the league if everyone moves to Telkom. So some of us just have to stay in our clubs because we want to give them, but they're a nice side, they have all the equipment. And I just respect them.
Okay.
Simon,
what do you think?
Simon, mimi nataka kukubaliana na Randy. Kuna portal City Park.
Ati nini?
Kuna portals hapo City Park.
Kuna
portals ndio shida.
Kuna portals hapo City Park. Na ni mingi sana.
Na wanamwaga omo kwa uwanja.
Sasa hii Strathmore
wanamwaga
omo tunaanguka.
Kama gari ya miraa.
Okay guys, now, I think we can
Simon. This one thing ukiangalia Telkom, why they doing good? Because for me, I think ukiangalia in terms of training times, okay, like a training hours, I think Telkom wanna gain a lot because always wanna train on AstroTurf.
Yep.
And ukiangalia other clubs, you know, kitambo Malta Fitness ukuje uanze kushika stick gize mingi. Telkom uko ni floodlights.
Yeah.
See, them, I'm sure for them, if it's kama ni kidogo, it's 2 hours serious training, 2 hours, but they can even extend mpaka venye wanataka. And then for Telkom, I've seen how they are training. They have that coach anaelewa player. I don't know other teams. Okay, I can't judge. I was in Strathmore. I know Senge used to the team. Like anajua player individually. But from the side, you know, Nanga Telkom, coach anajua you player ako na weakness fulani. So at some point anacover, anachezesha you player but with someone to cover in case of anything, this player take the nini, ana take hiyo shit yake. So also ukiangalia in terms of sponsorship, sisemi USIU they don't have sponsor or other clubs. USIU they are well off, Strathmore they are well off, Telkom they are well off, but
Awesome.
there are some clubs wanna struggle. So someone is being given good sponsorship now. Other clubs are still looking for sponsors. You see, those are two different levels. That's one apart. People will be struggling, other people will be doing well. So for me, I think Telkom will always have they will always have that platform and they are just winning the league easily. Then those from look, ukiangalia another factor, ukiangalia these universities, like let's say where players keep coming and so the new players from high school wanaingia kwa platform. Wakiingia inapata kina Rendo wamemaliza wameenda, kina Gilly mshamaliza mnaenda. So mnapata coach ana struggle from the small team. Ingekuwa ni ile team yenye amekuwa nayo for like years, ingekuwa well off. Okay, like Strathmore. Okay, let me just talk kwa maboys. Strathmore men's team walishinda liga aje because ni ile team ilikuwa imegrow nao, wametoka nao pamoja, wamekuwa ile cohesion imekuwa strong. So waliendelea kuwa hata ukiangalia team yenye ilishinda the time ndio some of the people walikuwa toka Strathmore. Unaona? But after hapo hakuna so that's nini Telkom wamekuwa pale together. Just the same thing like police. Police are there together. So wanajuana. Even Butali right now Butali is like wanaanza kujuana. So they will always be for each other. I think new na Porto sasa.
Yeah. Zijazwe mawe.
Zijazwe mawe. Tujaze lori City Park.
Na waache kuosha na omo.
Wanamwaga omo.
So guys, I think that marks the end of part 1. Make sure you check the description below for the link for part 2. So see you guys in part 2.
Bye.